which, although not an unusual expression for Sean, was one he hardly ever used with me anymore. Until recently, that is. It had all made me think something had happened, but when I'd questioned him about it, he just looked a bit awkward and blamed it on tiredness from long filming hours. Despite Sean's reassurances, something in my gut wasn't convinced, and I'd begun to wonder if something had happened in the last 2 weeks. Or someone. After all, he was out in LA, surrounded by clamouring fans and glamorous celebrities, so there must be temptation around every corner. A shudder ran through me at the thought of all the women who would be vying for his attention over there in the sunshine. No doubt Botoxed beauties with bikini bodies and tans to die for. Ugh, hardly comparable to my girl-next-door looks, pale skin and smattering of freckles. Plucking another marshmallow from my drink, I tried to push my gloomy thoughts aside. Perhaps Cait was right and I was making too much of his tenseness. It was most likely just tiredness. "That's probably because he's getting frustrated with the distance and missing you like crazy," Cait said with certainty. It was true that it felt like years since I'd last seen him in person. "Even more reason to plant your skinny butt on that plane tomorrow and get over here," she concluded merrily. "My skinny butt?" I exclaimed, attempting to imitate the bizarre accent she'd just used. "You've only been over there a few weeks, and you're already starting to talk like an American." I heard her soft giggle down the line and realized just how much I'd missed having Cait around since she'd started travelling. I was so lucky to have such a genuine, loyal friend. The brief flying visits she made to the UK were always great, but I couldn't wait to spend some real quality time with her. "Am I? Really?" She sounded almost proud of the fact that she was rapidly deserting her roots, and I couldn't help rolling my eyes. "Has he still been demanding that you text every night, and using that soppy nickname for you? What is it again? Sweetie Pie? Pudding Pop? Something like that?" Cait asked, and I just knew she was grinning and massively taking the piss. "Gorgeous girl," I corrected quietly, smiling as I thought of the words rolling from Sean's tongue and that lovely rasp of his. Just thinking of his ridiculously sexy voice made goose pimples pop up on my arms. "I prefer sweet cheeks," Cait teased with a chuckle. And yes, he's still using it. My friend was most amused by Sean's term of affection, saying that calling me girl made me sound far younger than I actually was, 26, and Sean far older than his 38 years. Personally, I loved it. And yes, we still message every night. I loved this habit. It was only a quick message to say good night and let him know I was home safe and sound, but it was a constant reminder of our connection and gave Sean the compulsive reassurance he needed. Cait thought it was sweet, if somewhat obsessive, which it was, but I knew the traumatic story behind Sean's possessiveness and understood his concerns. Besides, what girl wouldn't want to know they had a gorgeous Hollywood star waiting for a text from them? "Well, there you go then. Everything's fine. You're just overthinking things. Please say you're still coming." Glancing down at the coffee table, I saw my plane ticket sitting there almost expectantly. Picking it up, I licked my lips thoughtfully as I flapped it between my fingers. Sighing, I leant back, amused by the bizarre reality of my life. To the world, he was Sean Phillips, movie star and all-round heartthrob, but to me he was the man I'd been secretly dating since January. My Sean. At least, I hoped he was mine. I think he was, but then why had he been so tense recently? I hated the way I continuously went over the same concerns in my mind. Being apart for the last 8 weeks had been so much tougher than I'd anticipated, and seemed to be driving me just a little bit crazy. In addition to making my heart grow fonder